one of the world's most closely watched geopolitical standoff, the US and Iran have taken a step towards a possible deal, with US confirming an MOU that has been signed ahead of a formal ceremony that is expected in Switzerland on Friday. US President Donald Trump is calling this a major development, with one non-negotiable condition that Iran must never possess a nuclear weapon. While US signals a path towards diplomacy, Israel has drawn their own red line. Prime Minister of Israel has said that there can be no compromise on Iran's nuclear program. As the agreement moves closer to a formal announcement in just another 2 days, a bigger test remains: can this deal survive the deep divisions between US, Tehran and also Israel? But Trump has also warned that Israeli Prime Minister should be more careful while dealing with Lebanon as well. Listen into what he said.
Without the United States, there would be no Israel. Without me, there would be no Israel, because no other president was willing to do what I did. I've had a great relationship with Bibi, but now Bibi has to be more responsible with respect to Lebanon. Now, I'm not happy with the way Israel has handled themselves with Lebanon and with Hezbollah. They should have been able to do the job faster. It just goes on forever. And when that happens, it throws a negative light on the big deal, and that's the deal with Iran.
Well, the deal may be done, but the differences remain quite visible as the US-Iran agreement moves closer. Just 2 days for the final agreement to be signed. Israeli Prime Minister has made Israel's position very clear, warning that the fight over Iran's nuclear ambition is far from over. He said that he and Donald Trump do not always see eye to eye, but insisted that his priority remains Israel's security. On Iran's nuclear program, he said that message is unchanged. With or without a deal, Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. While questions remain over the exact contours of the agreement, Israeli Prime Minister has said that struggle is still not over, and Israel will continue to protect the interests, including maintaining the security zone against a threat like Hezbollah as well. On that, we have a breaking update coming in. Tensions are once again rising in West Asia just days after US-Iran peace framework was announced. So just 2 days after US and Iran announced a peace framework aimed at reducing tensions in West Asia, we're learning that at this point in time, IRGC has alleged that Israeli forces have repeatedly violated the ceasefire, claiming that at least 84 breaches have taken place in the last few days and few hours as well. According to the Iranian officials, the violations include military strikes in Lebanon and other actions that Iran say undermine the spirit of the agreement. IRGC has also warned that continued attack could also in fact, impact the regional stability. So that's a big warning that is coming from IRGC just 2 days after that peace framework was arrived between US and Iran. In fact, this is a statement that is coming from IRGC. Let me get you more perspective on this and go across to my colleague Mayank on this. Mayank, a statement that is coming from IRGC, they have accused Israel of repeated ceasefire violations, saying that 84 times in the last few days and hours, Lebanon has been struck, saying that dozens of breaches have taken place since this ceasefire has been announced. Will this in any way affect the peace framework between US and Iran? Because only 2 days to go before there will be final signing, we're learning, in Switzerland on June 19th.
Akansha, for our viewers' sake, let me remind two very important points on which consistency has always been there in one way or the other. The 2 points are actually Iran was even ready even to forego or let go the ceasefire or the mitigation which was being done between Iran and the US mediated through other countries. The other point was Israel never made any confusion or brought out any confusion or had never any confusion as far as the operations on Lebanon was concerned. These are two consistent points which have come till date while IRGC is now complaining about it. But then unless we understand the details, because although the messages have come from President Donald Trump, it is not yet clear how strong those messages are for Israel, because they have continued bombing or operating or opting for military operations towards Lebanon. Having said that, it is important because there's a term called as slender is the thread. In this case, it becomes very slender, the whole peace process, because Iran is ready to even let forego, as I have been saying, that this entire peace process. But then it is really, really important because President Donald Trump himself has come out time and again. Important point is actually there were two ceasefire processes which were going on. Meanwhile, whatever there is actually not only between Iran and US, there was one mediated by the US itself between Lebanon and Israel. Here we see no result coming out of that actually. So it needs to be seen how Iran is going to react. It had always been reacting, voicing strong words as far as its opposition on operations being conducted by Israel on Lebanon is Akansha.
Absolutely. And once again, Iran has flagged that in the last few hours, Israel has violated the ceasefire. They have attacked Lebanon at least 84 times, and that is a big claim that is coming from IRGC. Stay on with us, Maya.